Hello and welcome back to COCK Radio, where we own you and your mama. Today we have a special guest from halfway across the galaxy. His name we can't pronounce, so for now we're going to call him Onos. Welcome, Onos.
Why, thank you for your welcome, Bob, and I'm glad to be here on this fine, earthbound afternoon. I especially thank you for your invitation to Earth, because as we speak, my race's bacteria is spreading like wildfire around the planet.
My name's not Bob, it's Eddie, but no problem. We have a few questions for you, pretty standard stuff, really.
Hey, no problem. Let's get started then, shall we?
Okay then. Well, we were wondering exactly how your alien race came to be.
Oh, Bob. This is a very interesting process. You see, about 8 million years ago, on a planet more than a few light years away, a series of complex enzymes mixed into a hydrogen pool. At that moment, it was struck by lightning. And, well, it's actually not so simple. So for all you humans out there, we can say God created us.
Makes sense. As naturally a clean race of beings we are, we were wondering exactly how you kept your horns so white and smooth.
Ah, good inquiry. Well, after a long day of eating space marines and bludgeoning structures, I guess it's fair to say your teeth and horns aren't exactly looking their whitest. But you see, I'm in show business, Bob, and well, I have a personal trainer and of course a personal dentist. Though I'm lying, I actually haven't bludgeoned a single turret factory in years. I've been afraid, you know.
Afraid of what?
Well, a few years ago, I was on board the USS Darkstar, and I was doing my thing, you know, wreaking havoc. And I came upon this one lonely resource tower, so naturally I started smashing it. The damn thing chipped my horn. And you know, when you're in space, nobody can hear you scream. Well, I let off this primal scream of pain anyway, and there were no dentists on board the USS Darkstar that were willing to work on my horn and fix it up for me. So that's why you see the chip missing from my horn today.
What chip? I don't see any chips missing from your horn.
Well, why don't you lean in a little closer? You may be able to get a better look.
Whoa! Yeah. Yeah, you almost had me there. Yeah, nice one.
Damn. Yes, you humans are too clever. Sorry, was just trying to do my job.
Yeah, anyways, moving on. I heard there was this thing going on between you and a Skulk. I mean, if you know what I mean. Can you enlighten us on that situation?
What? That's the first I've heard of that one. You know, being an Onos in the spotlight, many rumors are made up. I usually don't hear of them all either. I mean, come on, me and a Skulk, that's physically impossible, for Christ's sake.
So what do you think of this new video game release, Natural Selection? It's got your name written all over it.
Well, yes, I've given it a try, and it doesn't quite portray what really happens accurately. accurately. You see, in the game, the Marines usually win with their high-tech weaponry and their gadgets and gizmos. But what people don't realize is that a light machine gun is worthless compared to a 6-inch thick hide and jaws that bite down at 5,000 psi. No, in real life we aliens always win.
How is it, to you, being called an alien? Is it demeaning? Empowering? Do you think it strikes fear in your enemies?
Well, Bob, to us aliens, you are the aliens. We are the normal ones and you are the freakish looking ones. I mean, no tubes, no carapaces, no slime, no horns, no real visible membranes. You all look like freaks. But that's my opinion. I've known a couple of Fays who've had crushes on some of the female space marines. Of course, their asses were recycled into offensive chambers in no time flat. That's just too weird. We don't want any crossbreeds. Nasty looking things, you know.
Yes, I can imagine what the human race would do if anything like that happened. On the topic of humans, how much trouble do the Marines often cause for you?
The Kara do find them rather annoying a lot of the time. Coming in and attacking our hives without calling us first. They can really mess up my schedule. But often we're able to get rid of them with a few charges and whatnot.
If the TSA were listening to this right now, what would you say to them?
Foolish Marines, you cannot hide from the wrath of the Kara. We will hunt you down and devour your spleens one by one, and your eyeballs shall be used as Dalek fish bait. And Kara shall be victorious. That's better.
Whoa, is that it? Well, isn't that ironic, as we have a special guest with us right now. Please welcome the TSA Marine, Private Williams.
Why, thank you, Bob. Come to think of it, I am feeling rather hungry.
Williams, please take a seat beside Onos.
He smells so tasty.
Ah, why thank you, Onos. That must be my new Armani cologne.
No, it's the smell of fear.
Williams, what do you think of Onos' previous statement?
Well, Bob, I think Onos has some anger management issues. My string tells me I need an outlet for my aggression, and I usually go to my sleeping quarters and strangle my pillow. That helps. I think what Onos needs to do is find a way where he can get all his anger out without causing much grief in the press.
Okay, I think we'll end it there. Well, this is Bob. I mean Eddie from COCK FM, signing off. Wishing Onos a very, very happy trip across the galaxy. And remember, if it says parasite detected, you've been had by Onos and his crew of bloodthirsty aliens. Stay tuned for our 8-minute commercial-free music hour coming up on COCK FM.